And on that day also, I was getting a lot of messages and comments saying I only lost weight because I was sick. I lost 50 pounds in January because I was sick. Couldn't eat because while I was sick. A lot of people were saying those things, and I was already hating myself so much that day that I was reading that stuff. And it honestly really got to me because the whole thing about losing 50 pounds in January because I was sick, I only lost 18 pounds in January. 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 And a lot of people were saying I couldn't eat while sick. When I had tonsillitis, which was literally only for a week, and out of that week, there was only 3 days where it hurt to eat. But the thing is, I still ate. Your girl still binged, and ice cream was involved, a lot of it. So,
Hey guys, I wasn't gonna make a video. It's kind of busy for me right now, but I thought I'd squeeze in a little quick video after Amberlynn's last weigh-in Wednesday video, because one thing that struck me, actually something that DC Media Girl said in one of her last reactions to Amber, and it was that she bombards you with so much information in the hope that she can bury her lies, essentially. And it's true. With these weigh-in videos, she sits down and she bombards you with information endlessly, tirelessly. She has a full journal of information of everything she ate, everything she wanted to eat, every time she wanted to binge, every time she didn't binge. So this week, her main contention was anxiety again, and with something that she kept seeing this week, something which apparently is new for her to see, and that's people saying that she only lost weight in January because she was sick. And this is what upset her, this is what made her want to binge. But these comments are not new. These comments have been going around since January, since her weigh-in in January. So why do they suddenly now bother her? And then she proceeded to explain that actually in January she binged a lot and proudly told us that ice cream was involved, rather a lot of it, but then told us that she only lost 18 pounds in January, which made her whole story of her numbers on how much weight she lost even more confusing. Because how did she lose that massive amounts of weight if she lost only 18 pounds in January? If I think back to Eric's vlog on December, 30th, December 29th, something like that, she is sitting on the chair, and you cannot tell me that as someone who has lost a massive amount of weight, if anything, she looks bigger than 571 pounds. So she confused me even more. Her numbers on how she lost weight make even less sense now she's said this. Is this what she's saying, that the massive amount of weight she said she won't tell us that she lost in November? Is that when she lost all that weight? The numbers aren't adding up. And I don't believe somebody could put on weight so that on the 8th of October they weigh 571 pounds, and then the next month in October they suddenly lose a vast amount of weight, but in December then they only lose 2.8. And especially when this person is Amberlynn, and we know how she was eating in October and November. So this doesn't make any sense at all. I think it was the same video that DC Media Girl said that Amberlynn would make an excellent litigator, because she just buries you with information and it's too much to take in and process. I don't understand what she's doing. Do I think it's legit? No. No. Especially after the dodgy weigh-in the other week. I don't know. Her endless, tiring, her endless times that she has to tell us she's losing weight, she's on her weight loss journey. Everybody's losing weight and she's leading the way. There's only so many times that you can say that before it becomes just something you have to say to make sure that it's real. And if it's something that's happening and it's real, why does she need to pronounce it all of the time? Another thing that's really bothering me is, I will say this and then, because I think I made my point about her confusing her own numbers, is the attitude these 4 women have towards the situation that is happening in the world right now. It's dangerous to give out misinformation, and the very laissez-faire way that they are treating it, it's really sickening, to be honest. It's really sickening. I mean, you've got the cockroach queen of Canada prancing around doing whatever the hell she's doing with her compromised immune system, and an elderly grandmother who she's maybe doing chores for. I mean, let's face it, it's probably a good thing the grandmother has another granddaughter. And then you've got Life by Jen. Ugh. And that weird, was it a joke? And then you have Amy's life journey. Oh my god. All 4 of these women are awful. Awful, 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 awful. Please be careful where you listen to advice. Just be careful. And please don't take advice from any of these women. They're in no situation to give out advice, especially on things they have absolutely no knowledge of. Things are bleak right now, and people panic buying have made it a million times worse. Absolutely a million times worse. And people who are the ones who will be most at risk from this, the vulnerable, the old, they are the ones who are struggling to get food and essentials, while people are selfishly buying to end. I know people who are vulnerable in this situation, and with stores and the delivery slots backed up and full for like a whole month, these people cannot get their food. They can't go to the stores to get them because they're unable. And people, and I'm sorry, but I think that these women are the kinds of women who will selfishly hoard and stockpile food because they need it, because it's part of their addiction. My sister-in-law is a doctor, and she practically lives at the hospital now, and she doesn't even get tested. The doctors, the nurses, they don't get tested, and if she gets it, then it's probably odds on my brother will get it as well. And if this hangs on for another couple of months, in May my other sister-in-law will go into hospital to give birth. Those same doctors who have been around all that, who aren't being tested, are going to be the ones delivering her baby. It's a really scary time, and it's worrying personally, and I know it's worrying a lot of other people. So it really angers me that these women are just, well, being their usual selves, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to cut the video right now because I didn't want it to be a long video. I wanted it to be quite short, and I think this is okay. So I'm going to end by saying take care and look after yourself, and try not to get too caught up in the endless news about this. I know it's important to stay informed. It's very important to stay informed. But try not to obsess. And remember, most importantly, there is enough for everyone if you just take what you need.
One day you wanna